Hello.
Wow, welcome, everyone. Harrison.
Hello.
Hello.
Veronica.
Wow, welcome. This is episode 48 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make a hype.
Hype.
It's hype and right.
Hype.
I'm one of your hosts, Veronica Bo, and I'm joined by Harrison. No, he's right over there.
I'm over. My setup's weird. I'm not at home.
Yeah, well, it's whatever. If you're new here, we both just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from animated comics, because some would say it's conversing. You get it? Like NgoVo Convo. And
NgoVo Convo.
You beat me to it. You can spell. Yeah, you can spell our last names. You can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. We're everywhere. Everywhere.
If we're not, let us know.
Yeah, just let us know. And in this episode, if you haven't noticed by the title yet, we are going to be talking about Attack on Titan, Season 4, Part 2, or B, whatever you want to call it.
It's Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2.
It's Part 3. Part 1, Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2, yeah. So, if you haven't finished the series, or actually caught up on Part 2, take a pause, go onto another tab, find whatever website you watch Attack on Titan, and just finish
My
it.
bed is Crunchyroll.
Yeah, my bed is Crunchyroll. Just, finish it off, because we'll be spoiling. Also, we're sponsored by Anchor, which we'll talk about later. Much later. Way later. But Harrison, this is a new background, and also I am the captain, the full captain on this podcast today.
Because I'm out of town.
Because you're out of town. But yeah, nice blurry background there. Just not the usual boxes in your background.
Yeah, it actually kind of looks, if I turn it off, it actually looks better because it's just a blank canvas.
Yeah, you look like you're on the Zoom and you're ready, like you just blurred out your background.
Can I change stuff? Hold on.
I've
never tried this before.
Oh gosh.
And I was just like, it's on
gosh.
Discord. And I was like, is it? Yeah, it just happens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Look at Discord. Look at Discord. Making it look why don't I just do this at home? Hide the boxes.
I know. Okay, we're digressing. Anyway,
sorry.
The last time we talked about Attack on Titan, an actual episode, was episode 4. About a year ago, episode 4.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, I know, right? Isn't that crazy? So if you haven't listened to our very first time talking about Attack on Titan, I'm pretty sure we talked about part 1 in that one.
We talked about part 1.
So we'll link it.
Yeah.
You can listen to that one, come back to this one, or, listen to this one first, go back to the first one. Maybe we talk shit about future Veronica and Harrison, which is today. But let's talk about non-spoiler manga thoughts. Harrison, going into part 2, how'd you think this would go?
Where did it start? Zeke butt naked? That's what it was?
Well, Mappa started off with Zeke butt naked. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It started off with Judgment. So
it ended off right. It
ended off with like Eren transforming.
I'm assuming at this point. Yeah, I've assumed at this point you've seen part 1 of season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eren transforms and everyone's invading.
Yeah. Reiner's invading, and the part 1 ends with Reiner like cutting himself and like he's about to transform.
Yeah, he's about to transform. They're about to throw down. Yeah. So
this is where part 2 left off. Was Reiner, you see Reiner transform. That's kind of where this starts.
Overall, it was just kind of building up. There was a lot of I think it ties up, or no, it had a lot more twists.
Yes.
I don't want to say it, but there are twists.
Yeah, we won't say.
There's a lot more twists if you're just watching, and it was really cool to see because it's been a while since I've read the manga. So actually, me watching this was a good reminder for a lot of stuff.
It's like a refresher too, right?
Yeah, it was a nice refresher because I couldn't remember what happens when things happened.
Yeah,
I actually remembered things out of order at this point.
Yeah, what's interesting was that Mappa, in this part, they actually rearranged the chapters, so they skipped around a lot.
Yeah.
So so that's what happened. And they did like usually one chapter per episode. As in, I think part 1 they did 2 chapters at most. They kind of like rearranged it in one, but also combined it with other chapters.
Yeah.
Did you think the flow was good? Like watching part 2?
I think the flow was good. Like looking back, I think it was just kind of a build up. It was all building up to
a moment.
To a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to be super vague. To several moments, but it was, I think the pacing was fine. I just know that I viewed it as slow, but then there was like cool moments that happened.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of like just, we're watching people do stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And I wonder, and that's just me, like, I wonder if it's different because I read it, or because like on TikTok at least, or at least on like social media, a lot of people were like super hyped about certain things. Like, and maybe this is just like, if I go back through our notes.
Wow.
Spoiler alert.
It's like college
again.
The
notes.
It's college.
Stop. Don't out me in such ways.
I'm outing you right now.
You are. But yeah, so it just, for me, it felt kind of slow, but I think there was a lot of highs, but it was like building up or wrapping up certain things, but mostly building up a lot. If anything, it added more questions for people, or wrapped up some questions.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird because I think the pacing's fine, but it was a lot, like when you explained it, it was jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's where it ended, like that, the segment that it is, it was good.
Yeah.
Because I can see, spoiler alert, there's a part 3, lol.
Spoiler! Yeah, there is a part 3, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So, that's,
if anything, that should get you in the right mindset.
Yeah, comes out January 2023. So next, the winter lineup's going to be really good. Because it has what? Okay. Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Everything's back.
Yeah.
It feels like everything's back.
Yeah. My Hero Season 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Season 6. Yeah.
But
so
anyway, but overall, it was good where it was. Like I'm seeing. What I will say is I don't think people need to be super upset. I think people are just memeing on the fact that it's taking this long. They're like, oh, it's so dragged out. I'm like, no, if you think about it, a season, like seasons weren't really a thing.
They weren't. Especially when you were watching it, I think.
So yeah, I was like, especially when I watched things back then, it was more like just, it was always on a weekly basis. So it was never like a season. Like if you look at Full Metal Alchemist, you can't say it's a season.
Yeah, it's just like
you can go by arcs.
Series. Yeah.
A series, you go by arcs somewhat. Like One Piece is definitely just arc based. Yep. Everything was just by arcs, and you just kind of assume by arcs. Yeah. So, I will say, if you're watching it, don't be. It's almost done. It is almost done.
Don't worry, it's almost done.
I think that's the big thing. Don't worry. I thought it was really good. I think a lot of things they answered a lot of questions, if anything, and it was a fun watch.
Yeah. No, I agree with everything.
Really hype watch, actually. Yeah. Really hype watch, actually. Now that I think about it.
No, I agree. I think some parts were really slow, but that you have to know the details.
But it was on purpose.
Slow parts to understand the next like phase of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and I said slow. I said slow not entirely as a bad thing. I was trying to say it as more of like it was slow, but it was kind of answering or just doing a lot more things that you see people going around and doing all that. I kind of said it weird, but I meant to say like it was with purpose.
Yeah, all the details are in that.
It is. Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
I totally agree.
But anything else you want to add to my?
I think I
thought out response.
I didn't expect it to be so memey, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that a little bit. Like post spoiler.
Some people, if you haven't seen it, you've probably seen these movies.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, one of my fiance's friends, she didn't watch any of this season. She wanted to wait until it was finished.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I bet you she's probably seen
some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our friend that's never caught up on stuff and this podcast, he's a very bad friend, fake fan. He linked us something very meme worthy.
Yeah,
And he was catching up to part 2, and he was 2 episodes behind that meme episode.
He was 2 episodes.
And I got scared because I didn't want to say anything. I was like, do you understand this reference? Like, do you get why it's so funny?
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, we'll get into it later. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be so.
I was worried too. No, because I messaged him. I was like, "What episode are you on?"
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
good stuff though.
If we're done with the non-spoiler items, we can get into spoiler alert, spoiler stuff in 5. Oh, that's 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoilers.
Spoilers. Veronica can't count. Stop.
Oh my god, I can't count.
After a year.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. But yeah, Zeke's, I didn't expect Mappa to love Zeke's butt that much in the beginning. It was a surprise. That was a surprise to me. Because in the I went back into the manga panels, and
it was just half.
It was just half.
It was just half his body.
Yeah.
No, it
was
really
not butt cheeks. No butt cheeks were there.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, so I had it was hard to break it down because I was like, okay, there's the fight in the city, and then
there's like the path part.
the path part with Eren and Zeke,
and then
which then was a whole nother like
yeah,
and
then there's like Annie, the whole Annie part.
Annie's back.
Yeah, Annie's back, and then people leaving the island.
Essentially, they're trying to find, or then they were trying to get off the island. They're trying to get to the boat or something to get off. So
how'd you feel about the fight? That first like mini arc, or fights, I should say. There was a couple.
That was good animation. It was really fun to. It was really cool to see. It was like, it was. Is that the first? No. They already fought in Marley.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just cool to see. Oh, okay. The coolest thing was when they're all dropping out of the plane, and they just dropped a bunch of people to get transformed, or a
bunch of like equipment and stuff.
Equipment and all that. Yeah, it was the equipment. Sorry.
And then Reiner. Yeah. Reiner's always getting his ass kicked. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, homeboy wants to be off. We know.
He wants to just.
He always is, because maybe
he'll get.
He might be letting it happen.
Off.
There's a little bit of hope.
Yeah, he just. He wants to leave this planet, this life.
There's a lot of because I didn't want to like say too much, but like, whenever I think everyone's like trying to fight each other, right? It shows like, oh, they're all. The fight begins essentially. Yeah. But when the people got transformed.
Oh, the ones that drank Zeke's wine with the spinal fluid, and then they transformed.
That was feels.
Mikasa went crazy.
She did not care.
She was like, bye former coworkers.
Bye former
colleagues.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.
Bye everybody. What'd you think about episode 78, which is the third one? What'd you think about the two brothers title? Because there were literally two pairs of brothers.
Such a good parallel. Yeah. I love. Okay, you weren't kidding when how memed this stuff was.
I wasn't. Like
people made TikToks on this moment because it was true. It was essentially two like Colt and Falco. Colt was like, don't scream, please don't.
My brother drank the wine.
My brother drank the wine. If you love my brother, please don't do it. He's like. Zeke, hey yo, I get you. I like my brother too. So
essentially.
Oh, but poor Colt. He was like, I'm gonna be here for you.
Brother. Such a good brother.
Can we also talk about how Gabby don't miss?
Dude, okay, so we are both manga readers, and when we saw the panel of Eren's head getting shot off and twist, I was wondering how Mappa was going to do that, and they did it so perfectly because the head twists, and you can see they do a slow-mo of everyone's like reaction to it, like at every angle, and you just see like Aaron's head just like a baseball, like just twist, and then it goes straight into Zeke's.
Speaking of baseball, that was another dude. The memes are so good from this show. It's so great.
Good. But yeah, Aaron's head's just popped off.
Yeah.
Disconnected.
Yeah. But I thought but I did think the title was pretty cool to see the parallel of like, oh, their two brothers are like at certain different points,
yeah.
Essentially. But the next one, essentially, our next couple episodes.
Oh wait, before we get to the next couple
Oh.
episodes, let's take a quick break. Talk about our sponsors.
Got too hype.
On this episode, we are sponsored by Anchor. It is a free podcast hosting service that we actually use. We've been using Anchor since we've started the podcast. It's because there are creation tools that allow us to record and edit the podcast right from our phones and computers. A huge plus for us is that Anchor would distribute our podcast to all platforms such as Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, and many more. It really is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one spot. Please download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm, anchor.fm to get started. Oh my gosh, we're back.
For viewers, do you see how? Oh, well.
Wow, that was a quick break. Let me tell you that.
I'm tripping out.
I know you are tripping out. That's okay. The hype part was like, you're gonna talk about the paths, right? The path.
Yeah. That's
a good moment.
That's one of the highs because that's why I was like, it felt, even though there's a lot of fights, it was kind of us going to different perspectives.
Oh yeah,
from what I remember. So.
That the 79 memories of the future, I totally forgot the paths conversation, and then I was like, oh, Zeke's got this. He's got Aaron in the bag. Like he's gonna be just fine. And then the next episode, the title comes out. I was like, oh shit, no, Uno reverse that right now.
Can we? I forget. Is it right before, or after? Where Aaron gets tied because Aaron got to the paths area and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna." Was it like he's not gonna do anything? But then he gets tied down because he thinks he can.
Oh, he can control.
Yeah, but he can't. He has to be a royal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in.
Was that before or after?
That was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they go through the whole Aaron's whole
like,
path. Zeke.
Past.
Yeah. Essentially trying to show like, oh, our dad is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the first part of like the dad is terrible past.
Yeah. But then in reality he's not, or he wasn't for Aaron.
For Aaron, yeah.
Because Zeke was like, when did he start the brainwashing?
In reality,
he hasn't brainwashed him yet.
In reality,
oh my god,
all Aaron.
Oh my god, he has a normal childhood.
Oh my god,
I cannot believe.
My dad's nice.
Sorry. Also, sorry. Sidebar back. We talked about memes. There's one other one that it wasn't exactly a meme, but it was like a format. It was like that one with the Hispanic song. But Porco, really quick.
Oh yeah.
Homeboy's.
He was really hot when he died. Is what everyone says.
Homeboy's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
It was weird that people were like, "Oh, he's really hot when he died."
We're talking about animation really quick. Sorry, we're doing this because I remember this because a lot of like the moments here was like all memes. It was all memes because people were like, "Oh, Mappa really does like make everyone look hot
when they
like,
die."
Even Armin at some point, or certain parts, and they're like, "Look at Armin, he's fucking hot." I was like, "What's happening?"
I know. I was like, "Huh?" No.
Anyway, sorry.
They do have favorites, but
they do.
If you notice,
back to paths.
The paths, when like everything starts going to shit for Zeke, you realize that Aaron's the one that's like doing everything, and it's crazy.
Because this is all technically from Grisha's perspective too. Yeah. When Zeke realizes that, can we talk about how that moment in the manga was crazy to read? Like so the crazy, twist. How like, oh, he's like, because it was weird because I know we talked about it on the side. I was like, or maybe it was me and my fiance, but essentially it was like Attack Titans can see into the memory or into the not future,
And then the
but
memories
a glimpse
and the
in
future, glimpse of the future.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have the ability to get parts from the future Attack Titans. And the fact that Grisha was like, what's
going on?
He's like, because he knows certain parts. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do this for like my family,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know that his entire family is about to, or his wife is dead, and all this stuff. And he's, oh, I see Zeke. But what I want to highlight is voice acting performances in here just adds to it.
Oh, Aaron's voice actor is great.
But no, Grisha
and Grisha's too.
freaking out too.
Yeah.
It's all insane on like,
and Zeke's when he realizes it.
Yeah. Oh, you feel the emotion in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to read this. That's what I was trying to say. It was like, it's one thing to read this part, and I was like, ooh, this
But
this
then
sucks.
you get like
But
the
like
voice
hearing
actors,
it,
the music, like the animation,
the music and everything, anime, it's just all
so good.
chef's kiss.
Chef kisses. Oh my gosh, the other meme was actually from Aaron when he was controlling his dad, and he was just like right there, and this is like his dad's face. That was one of the best memes that I think I've seen out of the show.
It's the best format. It
It
was
was
such
just
a good format,
TikTok,
and it's
TikTok
still happening.
ran with that, and they just went
So
with
hard.
it so hard.
And it came. A lot of these are coming back because one, Attack on Titan, but two, the Will Smith one moment got memed with that too. I was like, this is insane.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
But that was a big twist though. For a lot, I forgot how it happened, but then because I was curious if they would show Grisha killing all of them.
They did,
and he does.
He does.
They did.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
It's just like but it's crazy to get reminded, like, and this is still like a testament to like how well everything's tied together.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I didn't even kill the dad like you said. I was like, yeah, that was all planned.
That was planned.
Oh.
But also the title 80 from You 2,000 years ago. If you go back to the very first episode, just look at that title, and then go back to 80. Isn't it? It's a little crazy. I think it's to you, 2000 or something.
From 2,000 years.
Yeah.
In the future, or
something like that. We'll look it up, Harrison.
I am looking up.
Look it up.
To you 2,000 years from now.
It's crazy how this started, and then now 80 episodes later, it's come back to bite us in the butt.
Can we? Ymir's past, they explained it in
so
that
well,
episode.
yeah.
Right? They did it so well, and it still is disturbing. It's really,
gets eaten
really
by her
messed
kids,
up.
Basically. Yeah,
and it's so sad because she is, essentially just loyal to the king.
Yeah.
Even though he was a sack of shit.
We blame the pigs.
It's all the pig's fault.
It's all the pig's fault, for sure. What'd you think about Annie coming back? Your girl Annie.
Okay, I thought it was still weird because you only saw her season 1.
Yep.
And then
it's been 9 years.
Then yeah, all that time has passed.
Yep.
And then now, like, this season is like, oh, she's back. She's so funny.
She's great. I love it when it was Connie that caught her.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, but what about Annie? Like, she's probably unthawed now. And then she's just sitting there eating.
And she's eating the pie.
It was so funny.
Her backstory was, did you feel like her backstory was, did it hit harder in anime form versus manga? Or is it about the same?
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah, just because it's been, like, she's one of those characters that you see once, and then, like, you wait, and you kind of forget about her, and then she kind of comes back, like, full throttle, so it was hitting the same anime or manga. But I was happy to see her back.
It was cool to see her come back, and it was funny. Like, I think a lot of people, like, I saw some people say, "Why?" Sorry, if you hear a train, that's on my side. Just specifying now. The train's not coming at you; it's on my side. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, But it is, some people are like, oh, if I saw Annie, I would have killed her. And I was like, it just kind of goes to show, I think, like, all these characters, like, the main cast has gone through so much
Shit,
shit
trauma,
that
everything.
it's like the thing that they're, if you really look back, it's like the happy, like the one of their happier times is when they're in cadet camp,
Yeah.
and that's when they all got closer together, right?
Yeah.
And that's still, that bond's still kind of there, so it's still kind of, I think that's what more of it is. They've gone through so much stuff that just seeing Annie like eat, I think Connie laughing was just
It was a
kind
moment.
of that. It was a moment. I think it was also like him seeing, it's probably, I've seen so many things of like what could go through people's or each character's head and all that.
I agree. But yeah,
it's cool to see her come back.
it is. But it's also cool to see Levi breathing and living with
Homeboy
Homeboy.
will not die
hey,
until...
Hey, he has 2 less fingers now. So... But he's alive and breathing.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first time everyone has seen him just lay there. Because he's usually, like, running around, killing people, punching people.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's got to kill Zeke.
He's, you know...
This is one last...
This is one last wish from his friend. He's got to do it.
Yeah. No, it was cool to see him come back.
Yeah.
It was just, he's just a potato now, though.
I know. For
He's a
now.
vegetable.
Yeah.
For now.
What'd you think about that little bonfire dinner? How'd you feel?
Was it with the...
It was everyone. So like Hanj, Levi, Reiner, Connie, Armin.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the
You feel
Marley
the tension.
all the Marley people that escaped.
That's the one where it's like super high tension, right?
Yeah,
because
super high
isn't like
tension.
the general or whatever his face
Yeah.
is there now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was just it was, well, actually no, it was cool to see how everyone had to like kind of
Defend themselves, right?
defend themselves. Yes. And it delves into more like, it's always that thing with war where one side believes they're the hero and the other side's the villain, and it could
And it's
easily be
vice
flipped.
versa. Like who's right? Essentially.
Yeah.
Who's in the wrong,
Yeah.
who's in the right? I think that's what Attack on Titan's really good at doing. It's like
You're
like a push and
it's
pull.
Yeah, it's really good at touching these kind of topics, and it's just like, yeah.
Especially like now there's like Aaron followers, so like the Jaegerist. Yeah. And then there's just people that, you know, need to kill him.
Yeah.
Because right now the rumbling's happening.
Yeah, but if we're touching on that, it's just crazy to see, like, when we just say Jaegers, it's not like just the military people, but you hear like the aliens, like just the common folk, like they're like, yeah, Aaron's gonna do it. He's gonna like support us and do all this stuff. I'm like, dang, you're all okay with just wrecking everyone else.
Literally
But
wrecking.
But
the
it's
world.
but then like the world is like, oh no, these guys are evil, so you can somewhat understand why they feel that way, because they're like, these guys were just gonna kill us anyway.
Yeah.
And they're treating us bad anyway, so it makes sense.
Exactly.
So
And this last arc, Armin and like the whole group at the bonfire, they're trying to get the boat and plane out of the city.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Flock, who is probably very overhated, I think, on the internet. If you have not read any further from part 2, how do you feel about him? Do you think he's overhated, or do you think the hate is like right for what he has done right now?
For what he has done,
Yeah.
okay, I can understand, because for what he has done from where he was,
Yeah.
when we first got introduced to him, he was just like a spineless
He was
little,
like a little wussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I just want to die. But now he's reinvigorated by this second, like essentially second coming, is what it feels like to him. And I'm like, I think the hate for him is somewhat justified, just because of like, you see the full arc of like
his
where
character.
he is, or where he started
Yeah.
when you first, from like that, with the fight that, where everyone dies, essentially, to now. It's like he only has a spine now because he has like this,
a whole group of people that follow him.
well, and also I guess
Aaron.
it's this mentality of how things work. It's crazy.
You know, he has big balls to go against Mikasa. Let me just like
Yeah. But again, he has a whole group, so that's probably why he's not super worried.
Yeah, exactly.
But I still hate him. No, yeah, I also hate him. It's not like
I agree. I hate him
defend
too.
I
I'm not
hate
here.
him
We're
so
not here to
much.
defend him, but he's a little cray cray in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm defending people that hate him.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Oh, sorry. No, never mind. I thought we skipped something.
I don't think we skipped anything.
I looked at the wrong spot.
But seeing Annie transform again was really cool in that fight because we haven't seen her.
It's been 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's been 3 seasons, so it's been a long time. So that was nice.
It's cool. Oh, sorry. Can we also go back to, because we got to see Annie transform? Isn't it cool to see how like Mappa, like essentially animates versus like Studio Wit?
Yeah.
Because even like back with like the with the whole Aaron's past, when they would go back, they did reanimate some of the scenes that did.
They recolored everything.
It's not like they recycled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this looks more realistic. A lot more realistic. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was really cool to see. And of course, it's like seeing the Titans like right. See, it's when you think about it, it's like they have 4 Titans. They do have 4 Titans. It's just just one is inoperable right now. And who is that?
Well, Falco here.
Well.
Well. What'd you think? So the last episode, how do you feel about the flashback with Aaron?
Wait, hold on. Are we gonna skip over how Falco turns into the Jaw Titan?
Oh wait, I forgot about that. Well, it was technically this was his first time purposely transforming.
No. He didn't transform. This is the first time he transformed.
Oh yeah. Oh,
because the last one was just because the last time
screamed at.
Yeah. The last time he was just a Titan in his like.
He's in his ugly form.
Yeah. I saw somewhere someone on TikTok. I wish I could refer to the user because it was a good catch. If you notice I'll send it after for sure.
Okay.
But essentially, like, it's if you look at his Titan forms, it's a bird transformation.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I caught that.
And I say that because he has a beak right now, right?
Beak.
Essentially,
yeah.
And he has like talons for his feet, and then he has.
Well, his name's also Falco. Falcon.
I mean, it's very obvious.
Very obvious where this might go.
But if you look at his original Titan form, it has a long neck, right? Some babies, if you see their photos, they have super long necks because they just extend it out, and it's crazy.
Just a little bit.
I'll send that later.
He's just a little.
I'll send that later. No, yeah, but I think that's the coolest looking Jaw Titan.
Yeah, because they each transform each time they get to a certain like a different person.
Yeah.
But
the flashback with
everyone,
the last episode, right?
That was their last moments of being happy. That's
yes,
all I'm gonna
they
say.
were just. That was legit the last moment. That was a legit last moment where I got to see my best girl Sasha.
Best girl eating ice cream. But let me just say that Mappa was very clever because Mikasa was in a white suit dress and then Aaron was in black tux like the entire episode. I was like, they're married. That's it. End game. That's it.
They were until she friend zoned Aaron.
You mean family zoned him? Family zoned him.
Did I send this one where it was like this? Aaron's asking the question, right? And then all of a sudden Mikasa's like, she's like contemplating what to say, and all of a sudden it's like, say family. And it's the same meme, and you look over and it's Vin Diesel.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I just think I think Aaron, love languages? Well, you know what love languages are? I think Aaron and Mikasa's are like, eye contact is one of them. And also, I think I feel like physical touch is one of them. If Mappa Studio showed the right panels, because they were holding hands at some point in this flashback, but I just feel so sad.
I didn't see it. Did they?
They did not. They did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember they did.
They
Okay.
didn't.
But
But it's just like eye contact with those two is just so tragic.
yeah, especially when she brought up the ice cream to him
Yeah,
too.
it's just so tragic.
She said, "You should try this," and he's just like, "Oh, this is ice cream." She's like, "What?"
I know. I get so sad.
Man, it's just, oh man, it's crazy. It's weird, but cool to see how much Aaron has changed though.
Mhm.
Oh, and how much he is willing to put down
For
his life just to
his
for
friends,
like
for
everyone he cares
everyone,
about.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I never thought about it. Like, I forgot when you go back to the beginning. It's like, yeah, he didn't have his leg. And I was like, I just assume he cut off his leg, but they actually show him doing it.
Sawed it off, and his eye.
Because, and it all puts into perspective why he just all of a sudden just left and did stuff. Because it looked like, because they're, and it's Drain again on my side, just saying.
It's like he knew.
Nah,
Aaron knew.
No. He knew, but I guess the last time he was hopeful was like when they were in Marley, but then like the whole like conference happened, and he's like, yeah, no one's gonna help us.
Knew.
I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like he cut off his leg, put a bullet to his eye, and I'm like, oh, I would not.
I know. He sacrificed a
I would not
lot.
have thought of that. Yeah.
Man, those
Sacrificed enough that.
Oh,
what
you
were
can
you
go.
gonna say?
You can go.
No. Mine's the last thing.
I was gonna say those Titans can swim.
Okay. Not me thinking they just walk across the water.
Oh, but they swim.
But then I forget. But then I thought about it. I was like, wait, yeah, there's no land for them to. Like, I keep thinking they're either bigger or they just. I don't know. But yeah, they just swim.
They swim.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
They swim.
That's actually terrifying.
Yeah. They swim really fast, like Michael Phelps fast.
But they walk so slow. What's going on?
The memes are great out of that one. They're like, Michael Phelps, is that you?
Yeah, it's. But I was like, they're walking so slow.
And then they're like, Usain Bolt, is that not you?
what's happening?
What's happening? But yeah, Aaron's in his ugly form currently at the end of this
Dude,
part.
but it's so hyped to see
It is.
Like, people just saw the face, and they just saw, like, the body, but they don't understand, like, that's just Aaron.
Yeah, it's literally Aaron.
Like, yeah. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
So then my question was, did you see, because I predicted wrong, 100%.
Oh.
I thought they were going to do a movie.
Oh, same.
They did not.
They're doing a part 3.
But it's better.
Yeah.
It is better.
It is better this way.
Because in my head, that section is shorter than what I think.
It should be only 10 episodes at least.
Now,
That's what.
here's now where we theory craft. It should be.
Should be.
But that ending.
Here's the thing.
We don't know what.
As manga readers, the creator has said many times that the anime is more canon than the manga. So Harrison and I actually do not know if the manga ending will be in its true form in anime.
or it's either they do. So you want to take a bet now? Because this is a year from now.
Yeah, this is a year from now.
This is like.
A year from now, we'll look back, see who won.
So, and this is going to be vague still in the sense that, like, so my bet. Okay, actually, let's do bet 1. Do you think they'll keep that ending?
Like the manga ending?
Don't, okay, I guess, do they just change it completely? Or do you think they'll, alter it? If you know what I mean. A little change here.
I think they'll alter it.
They'll do, a Demon Slayer thing where it's like, oh, it's just manga canon, but it's really just one.
I think they'll do that, but I think it'll stay true to the ending, and the creator might add little bits pieces here for any loopholes that he didn't get to finish in the manga. That's what I think. I think the manga ending will stay true because it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
It's not.
It's
no,
not
it's
bad.
not.
It
I
makes
know there's
sense. It makes
the
sense.
vocal people. The vocal people don't like it, and I get it, but I am on the camp of it wasn't that great, and I think he could have done more. Yeah. But I also don't know. But I don't know what he could have done. I can't recommend something to do that.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. When people say that, they're like, "Oh, it's such a bad ending." I'm like, but what would you do instead?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad ending. it, like, we're just saying it right here. It's not a bad ending. It makes sense for how the whole story
arcs. Yeah.
Is like, it just makes sense, and I think it'll go the same.
My bet it'll change more than we think. I think it's gonna change a bit more than like just like a little like tweaks here and there. But I agree. I will also agree with you that my prediction is not that he'll cover the plot holes, right? Yeah. But he'll expand on more stuff, or we'll see more fights.
Yeah, that's true.
They can expand that. Yeah. They can expand on those fights.
It can be 12 episodes. Problem. I mean, that's how each episode. No, each part
I think it's
is.
Gonna be 12.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 12 episodes. That's also my bet. I think it's 12 episodes. 12, 13.
See, I thought part 2 was gonna be the ending, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry at every episode. It's part 3 is where I'm gonna start crying.
At the rate they were going, I was like, initially, yes, I thought so. Yeah. But at the rate they were going, I was like, there's gonna be something else. Yeah. They're gonna.
So part 3. And now I will officially say that part 3 is where I'm going to start crying, sobbing every Sunday. The beginning of next year, sobbing. That's it. Close it out there.
I can't wait. It's one. Oh, and also, I'm going to say it again. Veronica's ahead of me, like, heard me say this enough. Anyone complaining about the year gap, like, waiting for it, shut the fuck up.
Oh, no, I agree. Yeah. What? Season 2 to 3 was 5 years.
No, 1 to 2.
Oh, 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 2. And that's the whole reason why a lot of people started reading, because it was 1 to 2. After season 1, we didn't know if it was going to continue.
Yeah. I mean, the manga did.
Like,
so. That's where people started reading.
Yeah, because the manga kept going. Yeah. But it was like, it became like, okay, like 1 year, I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
That's
and I think
why
after 2, 3 years, people were like, yeah. Because I was just like, I was just like, I don't know what to do anymore. So, my brother kept reading. I stopped at a certain point.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm excited for part 3. Let the people see everything, literally.
That's gonna be. I wonder. The one sequence I want to see is like that. It's gonna be the big.
It's gonna be a big one.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though this is spoiler section, that's my non-spoiler thing at the end.
I agree. Well, do you have any other closing thoughts? Anything else you want to talk about for part 2?
Nah, Aaron ugly.
Aaron is ugly. Right now. Past Aaron is chef kisses, though.
And also, Mikasa started this whole thing.
Sure did. Well, if you don't have anything, I don't have anything. We recommend watching it. Attack on Titan's good series.
So good.
So good. But thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and at NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and the notification bell to get updates for when we upload. And subscribe. It's a big red button. We upload every Monday and once a month on a Friday for a news dump. Catch us there. Let us know how we're doing. What do you want to see next? What do you want us to read, watch, play, do? Anything? Everything. We're basically just our own little book club just to talk about stuff,
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, let us know how we're doing. Rate us, love us, DM us, tweet us, all the things. And with that, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.